Hey Rear Gang, hey Rear Gang, hey Gang Gang, Rear Gang, hey thumbnail. It's your girl B.U.B. Rear here. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about my piercing. So this piercing right here is going to be a septum piercing. And then this piercing in my mouth is a snake eyes piercing. So this video today is going to be all about my piercing experience, what my pain level was, the healing process, all of the above. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So this septum piercing is the first piercing we're going to discuss. And I've had this piercing for a couple of years now. Let me try to get a close-up if you guys can see what it looks like. I've had this for a couple of years now. The pain level for this piercing was about maybe a 5 or a 6. It wasn't totally really painful. It was just like a little pinch as if you're getting your ears pierced or so. So, excuse me about that. I was just closing my bathroom door because I film in the bathroom. But, the pain level to this piercing was about a 5 or a 6. It wasn't a really painful piercing to get because I've had other piercings in the past. So it wasn't really painful for me to get. It was like a little pinch as if you're getting your ears pierced, because the piece that they pierce through is like a little thin piece of skin. The only thing I can say about this piercing, when you get that pierced, it does make your eyes water, like instantly. I don't know like what is going on here in your nose, but as soon as they stick that thing through, it's like an instant put them tears on, like make them tears run, like you close your eyes, pinch, and the tears just be coming on out. So it was a good process. Now the healing process, it took a very long time to heal. For instance, I had got a cold right after I got the piercing, and I kind of developed like a sore in my nose around the area that was healing. So that was very painful. Another thing is, when you get it pierced during the healing process, there's going to be a lot of crust buildup around the jewelry part. So I would suggest like sea salt water. So you can just mix like sea salt and then a little bit of warm water, take a Q-tip, and then you want to clean that crust off, because the crust is so bad that'll make your eyes water alone. Don't try to move your jewelry back and forth just because the crust is gonna tear you up. When I say tear you up, I mean tear you up. The crust almost died. Crying, just trying to clean the jewelry. That's how much crust was around there. So the healing process for me was a bit much. The piercing process, fine, all well, all dandy, but this part right here, just the crust, make you never want to get it again. But after the healing process, everything was a go. Everything was great, fine. If I had to get it again, I probably would get it again, but I would just do something, just clean it as often as possible so you can help with that crust buildup around the piercing where it goes through the nose. My second piercing is this snake eyes piercing. I am so in love with it. Before I got it, I had it pierced twice, mind you. Before I got it, I didn't see like a lot of people with it. I myself per se get things that I don't necessarily see a lot of people, like it's not common. So you know how people have like the regular tongue piercing? I did have that when I was younger for a few years. But this one I decided to get because I didn't see like a whole bunch of people with it. I kind of like watched a bunch of videos and did my research on YouTube about the piercing. I couldn't really judge as far as like pain level and all that stuff because everybody's body is different. So I just took a chance and just got it. The first time I got it, he pierced it with the needle. He pierced it with a needle and the clamps is what I'm trying to say. Not a needle, because everybody gets pierced with a needle. But he pierced it with the clamps and then the needle through. The second time I got it, he used his fingers to hold my tongue straight per se, and then he stuck the needle through. So the second time I got it, it was less painful It was less painful, and it was also more straighter. I don't know what it was about the clamps, you know, him putting it on versus him holding the tongue actually steady to make sure that it was going through as straight as possible. But I would recommend that to anybody who's getting the snake eyes piercing, because that way it made my piercing the straightest it could be. I mean, it was completely straight. Like, I don't have any issues with it. One thing I do recommend that you get like a long bar when you're getting it pierced, because the swelling is a little bit much. And afterwards you have like a lisp, like trying to pronounce some of these S words and stuff like that. You do have like a lisp. I still have like a little bit of a lisp, but it's not as bad now that the healing process has went down and it's fully healed. Oh, and also I forgot to show you some of my jewelry for my septum piercing. Now I'm just a gold hoop kind of girl. I don't really go for like the black and multicolor piercings. This is the first one I've actually gotten. This is like a rose gold with, you know, a couple of diamonds in there. So this is like the first one that I've actually gotten that's like out of the ordinary. This is the one that I got it pierced with. And if you can see, one of the balls is silver only because I lost one. And I just put another ball on there from something I had in the house, which is why it's not in anymore, because it was silver. So I, you know, obviously it doesn't match. I bought more. But I'm in completely love with these two piercings. I mean, I don't really see a lot of people with snake eyes that I'm close to, or in the area that I live in. So I would recommend it. The pain level for this piercing was, about a 6 or 7. It's not as painful as the bar that's going down the middle. This one is just like a different kind of pain level. The only thing I can say about it, it was kind of annoying because it just gives you this like feeling as if like you burnt the tip of your tongue. That's the best way I can describe it. Have you ever eaten a piece of food that was like way too hot and then you burn the tip of your tongue and you know that scorched feeling? That was that feeling that I got throughout the healing process. Like, it was so annoying. When I say annoying, it was like so annoying to just feel like your tongue was always like scorched at the tip, because it's like a numbing feeling. It's really like a numbing feeling. So I would recommend these piercings for anyone who's out there interested in getting them. They do heal fairly quickly. Don't get them while you're pregnant, because they don't recommend you to get piercings while you're pregnant, especially in the mouth, because they can get infected. Clean your jewelry. Make sure that you're cleaning it at least 2 or 3 times a day. Don't really bother it just going back and forth or trying to do tricks with it, or, you know, different things like that per se in the beginning, because it can split. My first one, it split. And then I also had the other one where it's like on the surface of your tongue, but it's 2 balls like that. That one migrated. I had the snake eyes, then I had that one, and then I had the snake eyes again. That one migrated, so it was basically pierced like this, and when it migrated, one was down sideways, so it was kind of looking like it was pierced like this instead of pierced like that. I didn't like that, so I took it out. I do have a very high pain tolerance, so even though I say, like, you know, the pain tolerance for me was like a 5 or a 6 or a 6 or a 7, for someone who don't have a high pain tolerance, the pain may be like a 10 or excruciating or, you know, unbearable. I have 4 kids, so 2 of them were natural, so a lot of pain I can most definitely take. But I love these piercings. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.